All right, guys, welcome back to another edition of Joe's Garage. And today we're going to be working on this 2008 Lexus GS 350. And if what's not more important to you than seeing in front of you, how about what's seeing behind you? So let me show you what's going on with this car, as well as, I guess, a lot of cars now. There's a complaint going on with the rear view mirrors of these. Stay tuned. All right, so at first I thought it was just dirt, but it appears, I don't know if you could tell, this area here is all faded out. You can't see. There's no reflection coming off of that, so it's losing the, I guess, metallic backing. You could see most of it here, but even the edges are a little foggy. So we have and are going to replace this rear view mirror with this. All right, so while I don't always like eBay, I did find on eBay this rear view mirror, which is supposed to go here. My concern is it is not an exact duplicate, so we're going to try and find out. It's going to take a couple tools. You're going to need plastic pry tools, possibly a metal one, a T20 Torx screw, and if you're old like me, you may want a pair of reading glasses. Stay tuned. All right, so first things first, if you've got a T20 Torx screw, now I've got this handy dandy thing here. Let's see if I could, I'm gonna need my glasses. T20, right here. All right, let's see if I can get to this sucker. This should just twist out. Oh, and don't drop the screw like I just did. I have no idea where that just went. Uh-oh. That could be a problem. Oh, here it is. All right. Let's try the metal one, because this one's a little thinner, and I think we're going to get in there a little better. Nope. Yup. Okay. Two plastic screw connections here, actually two connections here, and there's 1, 2, 3 clips here. Once that's off, there's a plastic piece that I guess slides out. This telescopes in order to get access to cover these wires. Now we should be able to remove that. All right, so now that we've removed that, let's hope to God the wiring will work with this other one. That is so weird that that's wired through here. All right, so there is a clip. Let's see if I could show this to you. There's a clip up here that we're gonna have to release. I can't see it. I can't even see if I'm showing it to you right. All right, let's see if I can get that. So we're gonna release that clip, and that should release this whole thing here. This is a completely different base. And I don't know if this is gonna work. All right, so as luck would have it, this is the wrong mirror. I'm gonna include pictures of the right mirror and the specs on the back of the mirror. But this one is the wrong one, it don't fit. So I'm gonna have to return this one. I'm going to get a new one, and we'll continue with the install. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so this is like take 2 or take 3 as far as getting these mirrors. I got another one. This one I got on eBay. Very good seller, and you can see the mirror is in excellent condition. Those are raindrops all over the window because it's pouring over here. So we're going to go ahead and install this bad boy. and replace the deteriorating mirror that this car has now. So let's try this for like the third time. All right, so starting back where we were, pry this bad little piece of plastic off here. I hate these things. There we go. Make sure you have these two plastic tabs. If they get stuck in there, just take them off. You're going to find this little plasticky like tubing kind of thing here. Take those off, and then you're going to need, it's a T20. All right. Also, there's I believe it's a white be careful with your screws. This should then just come right off, and there's a little I don't know if you can see it right here. There's a little tab to depress, and that should come off. Now here's the thing, this is run through a very small hole, which I'm going to try to figure out how to do this without having to cut it. It's through here. This is how it comes from factory. So I don't know if you have to pull this up to pull this thing through. Yeah, this should work. Yeah, that's a pain in the ass, huh? Especially when you can't see what the hell you're doing. Oops. Okay. Whew, that was a pain in the ass. All right, so that's off. Now we're going to run the new one through and then hook it onto the windshield here. As far as the T20 screw goes, this one has one, so we're good. And I'm going to reuse the plastic pieces, although the one I got did come with these for hiding the wiring. So let's put this up through where the other one just came from, and I imagine putting it through is going to be easier, but be real careful not to break this little plastic clip. There we go. All right. Let's reconnect. Okay. We are reconnected. Now, all right. Try not to lose that screw. God damn it. All right. Let's see if I could find it now. All right. So that sits there. Let's secure this. Very snug. I think tight is broken. Snug is tight. And then we have two plastic pieces to hide away the wires. This, which should sit right in here. There we go. All right, you just got to give it a little push. Then we're going to put this jobby. Make sure you line up these two holes. And that should just pop back on. So make sure when you're putting this back that you get this wire into that groove so that when this goes back up, it all comes together and it's tight. All right, now we're cooking. Now we can get this thing slid in place over here. All right, so now everything's tucked up in there. That's what it looks like, and now it's good to go here. All right, there you have it. So it's working. The auto dimming will work. All I'll need to do now is reprogram my home link so the garage doors will open, because I guess that gets stored in the chip. So there's a little chip that sits in this part here. So that'll have to get reprogrammed, but not a problem. Follow the directions in the manual on how to do so. All right, guys, so thanks for watching. That's not a hard job, a little bit time consuming, and make sure you have the correct mirror. If your mirror is starting to do this where, I don't know if you can tell, but it is losing the backing. This is a known defect of these mirrors. The edges on this side here and that whole section there, which makes it unsafe because you can't see what's going on behind you as well. And you want to replace it, find yourself one T20 screw, and just finagling the whole thing, getting the wire up was the hardest part, and that wasn't even that hard. So this whole thing should take you maybe 10-15 minutes when you have the right parts. Mine took me a lot longer because I had to order a couple mirrors, because one guy sent me one that was like beaten to hell. So anyways, Joe's Garage, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more great videos. Like, share, subscribe. It helps the algorithm. It helps you, helps me. That's it. Have a great one. Stay tuned for more helpful tips. Joe's Garage.